one message that you would want to give to somebody who's starting their business or struggling with their business? What is that one thing that you would want to say to them?
I would like to say that, everybody has something or the other in them. You are already being blessed with it. You have to just trust that and, go forward and never be scared of competition.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Womenpreneur Success Tales. And today I have with me Kavitha. She is the founder of the brand Handmade by Handmaid. What a cute little name, don't you think? And her brand is something very unique because they are into gifting and they have one aim, that is to handcraft every gift giving value to the soul. So thank you so much for being here, Kavitha. I'm so honored that you're here joining me in this interview.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
So please tell us a little bit about Handmade by Handmaid. How did you get started? When did you get started?
Yeah. So I think my childhood was full of dreams about colors, and everything about colors used to fascinate me. That is the beginning, and every day I would dream of something, and I wouldn't sleep if something is not created. So that was the beginning of things, and as years passed by, I was having a job of interior design. I pursued a job as interior designer, and I had to quit it soon because I had to give time to my family. And so years passed by as, giving time to family. And somewhere I couldn't leave the little dream that I had. So I didn't want to spend my life just being idle at home, and slowly started getting frustrated at home. So because there is something inside you which is like, a great goal than what you are doing currently. There is always a push from inside, and you cannot do anything, really, you cannot see anything happening. So there is always a side of frustration. And I was going through this for quite some time, and slowly it started to, into mood swings and other sort of emotional, crisis. And I knew that only thing which I could be helped with is getting back into the creative side. And only then I could, release myself out of whatever I was going through. And there was this one incident which I will call it the turning point, where I took a walk on a beach, and I was struck by the colors of these gypsy beads. There was this gypsy who was sitting and, handcrafting a whole lot of earrings. And I was stopped by that, and I was just looking at her doing all these things. And there was a thought, like, she was actually into her dream with no support, there is nothing on her head, it's just a roadside, and she was still pursuing her dream. And I said, like, this way, this was, if she can do it, even I can from my home. So I took, I think I bought a necklace from there, and I got it home. I cut it down, and I made a lot of earrings with it. And I think that was the start. And I sent them to my husband for an exhibition which was happening in his office, and everything was sold. So that was my first success, the taste of success, I would call it. So that was that was the beginning of, but yet there was no name for it. But then that was the beginning of everything.
Wow. So when did you finally decide that, okay, let's get serious about this, let's start this as a business?
Okay, so now after this, a lot of my friends had started coming home, and they used to see the things that I made. They used to take it to to their offices, and nothing would come back because everything would have been sold. So I knew that, okay, if I proceed with this, I could get money, I could pursue my dream. And in that time, I think my husband had put down his papers with the corporate, and he also decided to, be a support for my business. So we both got into the business. We got into the flea market, and we took it seriously.
Wow, that's wonderful. So you started this entire thing from flea markets, right?
Flea markets, yes.
Exhibition. So
Yes,
within your city, within
within Bangalore. We were in Bangalore at that time. So
okay.
In Bangalore, we were doing quite a lot of flea markets. That's where the start is. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then how did you decide to take this online?
Yeah, so over a period of time, it became, the flea markets became quite highly priced. I mean, to get a stall, you would spend, like our home ran only on this. So it was like bread and butter for us. And we talk about like 3 days, sometimes 4 days, 5 days of exhibition in a week. And every time there is an exhibition, you need to make sure that that much of stock is there. So the production was done by me. So initially, everything I used to hand make. And later on, I had kept some people to help me as well. So it didn't run like 5 to 6 years. We could manage with it. And but then it became too competitional, because the prices were hiked up. There were flea markets all around Bangalore, and to get a stall, you need to spend like 20,000, 30,000. So it became little
very
too much for us. Yeah, it was very exorbitant, and we couldn't make that much of sales as well. So then I think we had quite a lot of loss as well, and so we decided to discontinue that and take it online.
All right. And how has now the response been online?
I mean, I should say that it's not what to say. It is not exorbitant results, but then right now I'm not in that stress of I need to earn so much. I need to work so much hard, and I'm little relaxed right now because everything is online. I don't have the pressure of you need to make so many to get this much sales. I'm not. I'm not worried that much.
Okay, that's perfect. So you have your own website, right?
Yeah, I have my own website.
When did you build your website?
Actually, I had done a skeletal work with whatever I knew, but then yeah, I went through the course which was there in Women's Planner Academy, the courses. Only then I got into the details of things, because I got stuck with whatever I didn't know, and I was like little apprehensive about how to take it forward, like things like what kind of content to put in, what was my USP. All this were not clear, because I made a lot of stuff, but I didn't know how to put it in one umbrella down. Okay, so a lot of clarity came from the course. So that is when I decided to redo it again, and a lot of things were redone.
Yeah, it's a beautiful website. I'm gonna put the link of the website in the description, please. But all of you who are watching this, I want you to go and take a look at how beautifully she's designed the entire website from scratch. It's the colors and all, everything is, the names, the pictures, they're all very, very beautiful. So actually, I needed to ask you, you're taking your own pictures, is it?
Yes.
They're really very, very nice. How come like you decided to take your own pictures?
Actually, it was all trial and error. From the beginning, I think the pictures are the ones I can say that was one of my strengths, because I got I don't know, somehow it's all by fluke, I should say.
They're very beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
They're very beautiful.
Somehow that angles and everything, I think I got it a little better. Yeah.
So what's your big dream for the business?
My dream is, as I told, like what do I say? I had suffered from a lot of issues with when I was alone and when I had to take up the, I had to invest a lot of my time in the family. And when I was not pursuing with my dream, so there were quite a lot of inner struggles, which you call it, like I had to fight it out. And I had to kind of support myself. And I feel there are quite a lot of women like me, and I would like to, get into their side of creativity and everything. And I would like to teach people to be independent, to pursue their dream, like how I have done. And there is nothing like you can't do it. If you have a dream, you will do it
Yes.
ultimately.
Yes. So
Yeah,
let's talk about this, this struggle part a little bit
yeah,
more. Every entrepreneur, anybody who starts a business, there is that struggle that you have to go through.
yeah, yeah.
Could you could you tell everybody what was the grind that you went through?
Okay, so when I was doing well as an interior designer, and suddenly there is this, uh, you know, you can't say it's a burden. It's not a burden. It's like you want to give in your best in your family, as well as you want to pursue your dream, and it has to go together. So you need to kind of, there is a little bit of sacrifices you have to do in the family front. Also, you need to, ignore some things and come back into what you dream and what your goals are. So there has to be that balance, and I think that balance is achieved when you kind of put everything into practice. Like, you need to dedicate particular time for your family, and you need to have that much of time for your, work as well, and plan it out on an everyday basis and pre-plan things. And I think that sort of helps. Like, uh, there can be a lot of things, like suddenly guests are coming home and you need to prepare. So you might have planned something for your business, but then you'll have to put it off, and concentrate on this part. So that will be there, but then don't get disheartened. You need to still come back, still go ahead, still pursue your dream.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
you had also mentioned this point about that after a while you hired people to help you with the production,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
At what point did you take this decision? And the reason I'm asking you this is that a lot of people, they resist hiring
Yeah,
out of fear.
yeah, yeah.
So, what was the thought process that you went through when you wanted to hire somebody to help you out? Because you have a very labor-intensive
Yes, yes.
work.
When we were doing exhibitions, there is a certain uh, criteria which we need to meet, because you can't just go empty-handed for an exhibition. You need to have certain amount of stock, and that stock at that time was fully produced by, hand, and everything was done by me. But then this was like right after I had a baby, that he was like 3 months old. So I decided to take help in taking care of him for a little amount of time. So I kept a help for that, and I could get that time for myself to make things. So that I did. And at a later point where he had grown up a little, and when I thought, like, if I could teach someone like whatever I knew, and if they could take it. So I kept about the lady who was taking care of my baby itself, she took the the earring part and making the necklace and everything. I
Wow.
taught her, and she stuck onto me, making all these things for me.
Wow,
So
that's
a lot
super.
of time I could spend with my family, where she would, take
Yeah.
care of this production part. So I didn't have to really worry about the production part. That would it was taken care.
Yes.
So that brings a lot of, freedom for your mind to have that balance.
Yes. And also focus on other things, right? When you have your when when you save time from the production part, you can focus all of that time towards your
Yes.
family and building the business, the marketing
Correct.
aspect of
Correct.
aspects of it,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So great. So tell me something. Let's talk about how are you promoting and marketing yourself right now?
Right now, purely through Instagram
Okay.
is one channel, and I find this very, what to say, helpful, because a lot of communication happens, and I think my products started with a lot of communication, because there would be people who would just say, okay, I want this color earring, and then there would be these people who will show me a sari, and I had to design a beaded chain for them. So
Okay.
a lot of communication. So I will get calls, I will get messages from Instagram itself, and then I
Okay.
would direct them to the website. Then there will be a lot of WhatsApp communication which happens. So a
Okay.
lot of communication through Instagram. And I think pictures also play a lot of importance in Instagram. Also the reels. Facebook has taken a little backside right now because of this booming up.
Yes.
And also YouTube.
Okay.
Also
You've
YouTube.
recently started your YouTube channel, right?
YouTube channel, yes.
Great, great.
Recently
So,
started.
what's your plan for that channel? How are you
So
planning to leverage that?
I have started YouTube having in mind people who can learn from it. So
Okay.
most of my content goes into teaching.
Okay.
So that is my priority with the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. And how are you planning all of your content? Because I think what most people struggle with is, what should I be posting?
Okay, so I right now I think of it like this way: everything is content.
Okay.
So even if I'm sitting to make something, the mood of that time, and the way I'm making something, or an idea which is there,
Yeah.
everything you start seeing as content,
Yes.
and start recording. So you are literally moving around with your phone, and I think it's possible. Because not just with the creativity part. If you think like that, I think in a day you will get so many things, and start recording those things.
So many ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, so many ideas come. So you don't have to actually go through, okay, what people are doing around, what is happening with you, and what is your content. I think that has more, more credibility, and I think that is what is going to give you that uplift.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go like a lot of behind the scenes to share about the product
Yes,
and the,
yes, I do that
right?
because I think I have quite a lot of products. So like everything has the making, and some ideas, some tips. I
Okay.
think I started to record these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And I also noticed that you've been giving some very cute names and all to your products. So
yes.
that's superb. So just tell everybody a little bit about that, no? Because I think what it really helps to do is it gives that piece some personality.
Yeah. So I think I had this thing of I had this little fascination for words. Okay,
Okay.
so I think yeah, even my brand, if you see, a lot of my stuff is based on either a quote or
Yeah.
an inspirational lines, or some interesting words. And this is what I have included in everything that I make. If it is a jewelry, there will be a card to it saying something to the person. Okay,
All
so
right.
I think that the word, somewhere people connect to that word.
Yes.
I believe there is power in every word that we use. So that is what I think is catching up. And there are people who will call me and ask me, okay, can I have a raindrop earring, another patriarch so practical, and there will be so many names associated with the jewelry. So there will be people who is asking for that particular thing.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. That's wonderful.
It's a
So
connect. It's a connect.
yes, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So, what prompted you to join the academy and to study this? How do you build an online business?
Okay. So like as I said, there will be a lot of us who will be struggling with one area. So for me, my struggle was like I couldn't put in words what I was thinking. Like, yeah, I will be good at talking about it, but then I didn't have the skill of, putting it down as what it was. And there were quite a lot of struggles that way. So I didn't want to stop myself just because I didn't know Instagram. I didn't know, how to market it. I didn't know how to. So I was actually going through a lot of Instagram thing, and suddenly your thing had popped up, and I continuously was watching, and I felt like the tips what you had given were like quite, quite to the struggles what I was, or answers to what I was looking for. So I said, okay, let me try this out. And suddenly there was this thing of you had invited for a free,
Yes, the webinar.
the webinar. So I said, like this way, let me give it a try. And that's what happened.
Perfect. So, what do you feel has shifted inside you since you've been a part of the community?
Okay. So I think the one thing which I was very rather inspired by is you always kept telling the community members that, the more you give, the more you're going to be blessed with, So that one thing I think is very true. The more you give, you're going to get back. Okay. So whether it's charity, what you had, told us about, whether it is anything else, even the content part of it, I think that is 100% or more than 100%. It has, it's like dot on.
Yeah, give what you want more of.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And how has your interaction been with the other community members, and have you made any friends or amongst
Yeah,
them?
a few of them call me up and we chit chat and all that,
Nice.
and I will give them ideas. They will give me ideas. So I thought that I could not speak, but then I think this community has changed.
Wow.
I tend to talk a lot. So I think it's opened me out, and I'm very happy about it.
Wow, super. Because I think the one vision that I really am working towards is that to create a support group for women who don't have anybody else to talk to.
Yeah.
And
That's amazing.
and that's precisely, I mean, I know that you are a very active member, and I know that you are giving like a lot of advice and help to people, and I really appreciate you for doing that, and for being there for other women as well, because you've seen the struggles of being a women entrepreneur
Yes,
yourself.
yes.
And so what would you say are your top 3 learnings?
First is give more of what you want. That definitely is the first. And secondly, you don't have to stop yourself just because you don't know some things. I think you can somehow get some kind of help. Either you have the tools for it, or you can learn from whatever is available, and make yourself equipped. Don't take the stress of you don't know something. You can always use the tools, or you can, there is always a solution for everything. So that is my second learning. And third thing is, like, I don't have to be shy to talk, open up. I think the more open you are, the people are there to receive you and give you the company that you need.
So beautifully put, Kavitha. Thank you so much. I mean, so Yeah, I mean, I think you've just nailed it. You nailed it. Okay. So, one message that you would want to give to somebody who's starting their business or struggling with their business, what is that one thing that you would want to say to them?
I would like to say that, everybody has something or the other in them. It's already, you are already being blessed with it. You have to just trust that and, go forward and never be scared of competition. Never be
Yeah.
scared that someone would copy you, because you have that enough creativity to have, something, to create something new every time. You don't have to get stuck over there telling like this way, okay, somebody is going to copy me, or they are going to learn the technique and they are going to, you don't have to get stuck over there. Just go ahead.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kavitha, for sharing that. For all of you who are watching, if you would like to learn more about how to grow your business, go ahead, join me in my live training. I'm going to put a link to that training under the under this video in the description box. And it's a 90-minute training where I'll give you an overview of what it is that you need to build an abundant business. And I will be introducing you to the abundance business blueprint, which is a roadmap to help you set up and start your business. So thank you so much, Kavitha, for being here. Truly, I mean, I just love talking to you. I love your energy. I love how, I mean, you're so nice and bubbly on the screen, like really big hug to you.
Thank you.
Big hug to you. All right. And thank you everybody for watching this. And I'll see you again in another episode with another guest. Bye.